And welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us. Ed Welch is our guest, along with Monk Rowe, and both of them are going to be inducted into the United County History Center's Living Legends. And boy, I tell you what, I was looking at that the other day too, some of the people in there. Boy, you guys are going to be in some pretty good company.
I'd say rarefied air.
Well, it is a big honor. When you first came here, Monk, was the music scene here then a lot different than it is now?
Definitely was different. Of course, musicians like to talk about the old days.
Well, so do journalists, so do TV people, so do CABVI guys.
Yeah. A couple of things changed over the years. When the drinking age went up, a lot of the gigs that happened sort of dried up. The drinking age went up was probably a good thing, and DWI laws and so forth. But for musicians, they found that certain gigs that they used to have weren't there anymore. So you kind of had to reinvent yourself. I find that nowadays musicians have to create their own gigs. You go out and find a grant. I've had great success with my musical cohorts playing in libraries and art centers and creating some kind of program to offer to these folks, and it's really nice.
Yeah.
And you get home earlier.
Yeah, right. And there's not all the smoke either, right?
Right.
Yeah. The United County area, Ed Welch, what a great, I think back to Revolutionary, well, I wasn't there during the Revolutionary War, but I think back to that history. All the way up from then till now, you think of the history we've had here. Oh my goodness.
It's been quite a run. If you think of General Herkimer,
Yeah.
Walking up through the valley, but also if you think of the industrialized age, the invention of the Erie Canal, and all the industry that was here. Obviously we had a lot of water, we had a lot of power, we had a lot of labor. So this was a real hotbed of the industrialized world, let's say, back in the 30s and 40s. And then certainly after World War II, and then Griffiths Air Force Base coming in here, and through the Cold War, being a SAC base, which really was our front line of our defense. And I think one of the things that never changed, though, is the beauty and the four seasons that we have here, and the ability, the invention of the Adirondack Park, for example, has probably been one of the most important things that ever happened in the state of New York, because it preserved it forever. And we've all seen pictures of when they took trees out of there, when they almost stripped the place, and of course that can't happen anymore. And if you think of a legacy that's left paying forward, so to speak, the people of New York decided to make that forever wild, and look what it'll be 100 years from now, it'll still be like that.
Yeah.
So, which means we're always going to be well positioned here to support that place and use it as a jumping off point for tourism.
And we still got all that water.
Absolutely. And United County has the 5th largest tourism business in upstate New York, outside the 5 boroughs, and New York City, we'll say. And you know what? People come here, and I'm sure you've seen this, they're amazed by this place. And I think the undiscovered country is in your own backyard.
Yeah. Also in our own backyard at one time, Monk, and I'm not sure if you were here then or not, but I remember them. We had some jazz places where Swifties is today. Used to be a little jazz club, a restaurant, and called DeShavios.
Yes, and there was a club called Birdland, I believe.
I was going to mention Birdland.
Yeah. And Utica was on a circuit. Like musicians could come up from New York and play Albany, Utica, Syracuse, Rochester, Buffalo, and then come back. So it was a nice scene. Yeah,
and we had some musicians from our area. When you mentioned Birdland, I was thinking, that was Dick Bird's place, I think,
yes.
Who went on to go up to Utica College. But we had the Zito brothers here. Are they in the archives, the Zito brothers?
I have not been able, there's only one of them still alive,
Okay.
I think. I've not been able to track him down.
Yeah, I might have a lead for you there, but Artie Zito, he played the bass, and Ronnie Zito on the drums. He was Bobby Darin's drummer. Torrey Zito, he arranged for Frank Sinatra. I mean, just some great names from our area. And that's the other thing we need to do with the United County History Center, Ed Welch, is you need to preserve these names, and that's what's being done at the center, and that's what'll be done on the. I mean, you guys got a long way to go. Don't get me wrong, but it'll preserve your names. You were looking at those names just the other day, right? So that's what this dinner will do, is preserves these names.
And I'm very honored by it. I'm not so sure I'm deserving of it, but I'm very honored by it.
Yeah. Have you thought about what you're going to say that night?
Oh, I'm working on my jokes because typically I have very bad jokes.
Oh, good, good. Then you can join with me. Have you thought about what you're going to be talking about that night, Ed?
A little bit. It's trying to figure out which path I should take when we talk about some of the things in my life here. I've been very blessed and very lucky for all the things opportunity here that I've had, and I love this community, and I'm so glad to be part of it. And I don't ever plan. I'm not going to be one of these guys that go to Florida when I finally do retire. So I'll stay here forever.
Yeah, I echo that sentiment. That just about everything I wanted to do, I've done here, and then things that I didn't even anticipate I might be doing, like the aesthetic education program that was run out of the Stanley. That was like fantastic work and very important with the school districts around here. I had never even anticipated such a thing.
Yeah.
So
If somebody wants to go online and look at where do they do that?
they can go to YouTube and type in Filius Jazz, which is F-I-L-L-I-U-S, named after our founder.
Okay.
Or they can Google my name and Filius, and they'll arrive there.
All right. And if somebody wants to learn what's going on down at CABVI, Ed, where do they go?
All you need to go to cabvi.org, and they'll find us pretty quick.
Okay.
Lots of things to see there, and I look forward to coming back up here and talking about
Good.
it.
Yeah. I'll give you an invitation. You can do that. Thanks.
Thank you, Joe.
Congratulations again. That's going to do it for us this week. We'll be back next week. We'll do it all again. Don't forget, speaking of websites, don't forget cnyhomepage.com. There's lots of good stuff there as well. And if you want to learn about more about the dinner and get tickets, all you got to do is contact the good folks up at the United County History Center. That's it. See you next time, everybody. Take care of yourself.